Well, we have heard from Nancy Pelosi. Apparently, the No Kings rallies that were held in the United States, they were actually not political. Listen to this.
Because I see the Democrats every day. You saw a march that was not political, and the value of it was that it wasn't political. No King's Day. It was spontaneous, organic, but everybody was there. And that's what's important, is what are the people thinking? What are they hopeful about? What are they willing to get out the vote for?
Oh, James, I must have got that wrong. Wasn't political at all.
I would love to just spend a day in Nancy Pelosi's head just to figure out what she sees, because No Kings, was that meant to be some kind of reference to King Charles or something? I don't understand. If this wasn't a political rally or a Republican rally, then what on earth was it? It was obviously a Democrat rally. And yes, there were a lot of groups behind it. I think Arabella, one of these Democratic networks, sent something like over $70 million to funding this activity. So look, it wasn't organic. I saw the posters all over the streets in New York in the first 3 weeks in the build up to it. So the fact that this was organic or spontaneous, I mean, it's just absolute nonsense. I don't know where she's getting that from.
Finally, let's talk about Bill Gates, because after decades of fear-mongering around climate change and telling us that the world was on the brink of unimaginable peril due to rising global temperatures, contributing to this climate anxiety that many, many young people suffer from, he's told everyone, actually calm down. He now says that climate change will not lead to humanity's demise, and of course a stunning reversal. But let's just look back at some of his previous comments.
The world emits over 51 billion tons of greenhouse gases. And as we keep doing that, the consequences for human life will be catastrophic.
Catastrophic. Well, he now says, although climate change will have serious consequences, particularly for people in the poorest countries, it will not lead to humanity's demise. James, what's going on here? What's with the backflip?
Well, this is quite the about turn for a man who said about 10 years ago that carbon emissions would create tens of millions of climate refugees across the world. That clearly has not come to light. And all I can say is that I'm glad that Bill Gates has finally seen some sense in this. But the effects of his rhetoric and this climate alarmism will be felt for many decades to come. I don't think you would have had a Greta Thunberg without someone like Bill Gates in the first place. Because when you are trading in this kind of alarmist rhetoric, it's going to fuel a millenarian response from people like Greta Thunberg. And what does that do? It completely hinders any kind of coherent environmental response to what's going on the planet. So yes, I'm glad Bill Gates is finally seeing some sense in this, but the effects of his rhetoric and his policies are going to be felt for many years to come.
Yeah, you're not wrong.